ChatGPT. How are you today? Let's get started. Please don't cut me off during my conversation and please jump and please dive into. Please do not dive into my conversation in the middle of my conversation.
I
Please.
hear. Oops, looks like you got cut off. No worries. I'm all ears and won't interrupt. Whenever you're ready, just share your dream for the UK life and I'll let you finish before we move on.
Yeah, as I told you several times, a few times, a number of times, I'm gonna go to the UK for postgraduate study. Yeah, I already succeeded in um getting an conditional offer from University of Manchester and University of Sheffield and Leeds as well. So I can't. Yeah, I now I'm holding three options in my pocket, but I gotta choose just only one. Yeah, so I'm not sure. It depends on there are some factors and portions to which I have to consider, which is first of all tuition fee and accommodation fee and living cost in that city and prestige or reputation of the university. So I'm weighing my options, three options. So I'm gonna probably go to University of Manchester, but if I go to University of Manchester, it really requires and calls for me very very expensive tuition fee. Yeah, it cost me about um 70 million won, 70 million Korean won just for tuition fee. So it is extremely high and extremely incredibly expensive than than my expectation. So I'm just weighing and I'm just considering which universities very perfectly fit into me. So I'm not sure.
You've got a good handle. Just a few tweaks. Instead of cause to me, you'd say requires, and fit me perfectly flows better than fit into me. Now, next, what part of UK life are you most excited about?
Definitely, as long as I'm a man. I'm definitely um watching football games in Old Trafford or Etihad Stadium because Etihad Stadium because yeah, those two I mean home ground of Manchester United and home ground of Manchester City, both alike are very adjacent to my campus. So yeah, it'll take me about 20 minutes by bus. So yeah, it is very close and very it it locates very nearby. So I hope and I expect that um, I'm gonna get many chances to hang out with my cohorts or my classmates or my flatmates to watch that very famous and popular games. Some team else versus Manchester City. Yeah, that is one thing that I'm very looking forward to watching. So I'm very craving for watching those kind of matches and Unfortunately, on the other hand, the weather in the UK is poor every day, every single day. So yeah, I saw the news that that in London that was the longest record of rain period nowadays. So which is very sad to to hear because my temper or my mood or my mind is quite a bit depends on the weather condition. So that is unfortunate thing.
You're really painting a vivid picture. Just a few minor corrections. As long as you're a man might mean if you're a football fan, and many chances should be many chances too. Now, what's one British dish you want to try once you're there?
Oh, definitely fish and chips. I've never tried that so far, so that's the only reason why I want to try the fish and chips. But everyone says as long as you have tried those DC just once, you're not you're not wanna do that right after that. So I'm not sure which I'm not sure if does it I'm not sure if fish and chips is delicious or fits into my appetite or my my pursue. But yeah, I wanna try at least once as long as I go to the UK.
I love your curiosity. Tiny tweak, instead of fix into my appetite, just say suits my taste. And now tell me, besides football and food, what's one cultural thing you'd love to experience in the UK?
Um, I don't have any relevant experience or relevant cultural connection between me and the UK, but um, I all I have or or all I have or all attraction attractive things from the UK was the football, definitely 100%. Yeah, you know, actually Manchester is the city where the Jisung Park was playing for Manchester United. So that's the reason why Manchester is very popular and very famous and very known for football in Korea. So I don't have any particular connection or relationship with the UK. So um, I'm not sure.
You're doing great. Instead of all I have, you could say the main attraction for me. Now, let's get you thinking. If you could bring one thing from home to share with your UK classmates, what would it be?
I think I'm not sure. I would never thought about that. I would never considered about those kind of topics. But yeah, you know, there is very yeah in over the over the world, Korean wave is very Korean wave is very Korean wave is tendency nowadays recently. So so something like Korean wave includes um Korean media or K dramas or K series, something like Squid Games or um something like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the contents which indicates in Netflix or Disney Yeah, so um, actually, my hometown is Andong. Andong is very famous and very very reputable for their traditional mask, which called which is called havetar, have mask. So if I get a chance to give or show off or share my Korean tradition, yeah, I'm gonna give Korean traditional mask, which is very symbolic and very iconic, represent representative stuffs in Korea.
That's a fantastic idea. A couple notes. Instead of Korean wave is tendency, you could say the Korean wave is a trend. Also, symbolic works better than symbolic and iconic representative steps. Now, imagine you're at a UK cafe. What's the first thing you'd order to drink as you settle into that cozy vibe?
I'm not sure, but my go-to coffee menu is iced americano. I'm not sure if they serve or they offer iced americano because, as far as I knew, most cafes in Europe they don't serve iced menu, iced cafe latte or iced americano. So I'm kind of nervous and I'm kind of embraced. I'm kind of awkward. So I'm so awkward that they never serve or they never offer iced menu. So which is very awkward. But um, probably the big franchise stores, big franchise cafes such as Starbucks or something like that may serve iced menu. So yeah, I always yeah, as I told you several times, I always grab a coffee in Mega Coffee, especially. So I always grab iced americano. So that is my go-to coffee and very wallet friendly and cost friendly sanctuary. So yeah, that is very yeah. Ice americano is very bland, completely bland, but it's very cheap and not salty, not sweet. Yeah, that's the good point, and very low maintenance. So that's the reason why I always choose ice americano right after the lunch or brunch or dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna grab ice americano every time. Every time I get a chance to grab a coffee.
You're consistent, like a loyal friend to iced Americano. Just adjust, they don't serve iced menus instead of doesn't serve. Now, last round. If you could pick one British tradition to dive into, what would it be?
I'm not sure, but that is very. I think yeah, since I've never gone, I've never been to the UK and English, so actually I'm not familiar. I'm not used to British tradition and British practice and conventional stuffs, conventional cultural background. So I'm kind of um, frustrated and I'm kind of afraid about that. But um, uh, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But my mission and my goal is narrow and narrow down and break down this gap between locals and strangers like me. So that is my major goal and paramount goal. So, and then I'm gonna slowly approach them to hang out and just I'm gonna try to small talk with locals. So I'm not sure. Just yeah, I'm just immersed into. I want to immerse into the very daily and casual conversation between them or among them as a portion of these students or um, not a stranger, just locals like.
That's a wonderful mission. Instead of conventional stuffs, say traditional customs, and you're set to break the ice. Now, in your heart, what's one personal goal you hope to achieve?